Good afternoon, YouTube. A sister's back. I feel rejuvenated from taking that day of just taking care of business, running my errands, doing stuff like that. So sometimes, when you always busy working, whether it's working doing YouTube or just working on the truck, you want to kind of take some me time to kind of take care of stuff you need to take care of at home or whatever. But like I said, like I always say, that's neither here nor there. So this video today is going to be about it's not worth it, man. Walk away, or it's not worth it. You got too much to lose. And obviously, I definitely can touch on this topic because I have so many trying times to where I would like to either put hands on somebody, to hurt somebody. Just it's all kind of crazy things that, first of all, it's not a God, and it's definitely not worth it when, first of all, you have children and you have a career. You really got to think. So, like, I can say my situation for now with my roommate situation, like, I'm still going through and totally going through this bull crap with this female. And it's so many things that she is still doing that's testing my patience of maturity. It's testing my patience of really just not trying to give in to the devil. Because I feel like when people try you or they make you question, should you hurt them in any type of way, whether it's hurting them mentally, physically, to me, I feel like that's the evil spirit, or that's Satan that jumped on them, and he's using their physical to try to break yours. And you got to know that spirits jump, whether it's a good one or a bad one. And a lot of times you can tell who is hosting a good spirit and who is hosting a bad spirit. And my roommate totally has the evil spirit on her to where she's really trying to destroy the joy of somebody that has no evil intent. So I'm gonna give a story. Like, y'all know, my last relationship that I was in, and we used to drive trucks together. And most men got a macho pride thing. And I believe we had pulled up to a shipper, and the guy was where he pulled up first, and I pulled up behind him. But he got out and went into the shipper's office. But I didn't know that I was supposed to get right out, because I thought that sometimes when you get to these places, you have to get out when your truck gets to the stop sign. So I sat in my truck and I waited, not knowing that I could have got out, even though I was in second place behind him. So he got out, went in, and a couple minutes passed by. Then another guy had parked his truck behind me and got out, and he didn't really go in the building right away. So, the guy was what came out and said, "Hey, what you doing? Come on in. They waiting for you to come in." So I got out and I went in the building past the guy that parked behind me. And I guess the guy must have felt some type of way about it, and he got upset. So, we in there giving them our order number and this and that. And they tell us what door we need to back into. So when we leave out and walk past the guy that, was third behind me, he had mumbled something. He didn't mumble it like really loud, but he mumbled it enough to where it was heard. And he said, what he say? He said, don't you get in front of me next time. That was effed up. Next time you need to know your I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember it. But it was something rude to where the guy was what got really upset. Like, we was just walking, going face forward walking. And, we always had a good habit of greeting people in a pleasant way. And my friend was like, he always used to say, "Hey, how you doing?" With a smile, "Hey, how you doing?" And then that's when the guy said what he said. And, my friend, he's easily to get upset. So really, I feel like this message should be for him, because anything said to him can truthfully get him to where he ready to try to hurt somebody. So when he heard the guy say that, he got upset to where he turned around, started walking back to the guy, and was about ready to throw them bowls with the dude. And my thing is, people that say that type of stuff, they are the main punks, because when the guy said it, he hurried up and went into the office as if going into the office was supposed to protect him from this, butt whipping he was about to get. So I tried to pull my friend back, And he's like, man, get off me. This is blah, blah, blah. So, I did my best to maintain him to where he didn't actually get into actual blows with this guy. And he didn't, because, I was able to pull him because, I was strong enough to pull him back to like, come on, man, it ain't worth it. You can elbow me all you want, but I'm not going to let you go to jail here when we here to make money. So that's why I said at the end of the day, it's not worth it. I mean, he had his own truck, making good money at the company. What you look like letting this fool, get you off your course of making money because of some words. So like I said, you get a lot of times, all the time, you need to be the bigger person and walk away, especially when it's non-threatening, like as far as words. Because I mean, they got a saying that we always used to tell our children, and it's pretty much sticks and stones may break your bones, but words should never hurt. Now that's kind of falsely spoken, because words won't hurt if you're strong enough not to allow it. But then words can hurt if you're not strong enough, because there's a lot of weak-minded folks that, especially when they have some things that they already worry about or low self-esteem about. So once those certain words trigger it, it makes them hold on to that for years. And sometimes they hold on to the point to where it can destroy their life. So that saying can be true, but the saying can also not be true if you got to learn these things. You got to learn the tricks of life. And that's one of the tricks of life. Like for me, now I'm going to give another story. And I think I told this in another video. Whereas my sister, right, my roommate, once again, she actually got in my face to where she was really she wanted me to react in such a way to where she wanted me to hit her, because one of the tricks she does, and she don't do this just with me, anybody that she even get in a relationship with, or just anybody, period, she do things, especially when she feel like she don't like them no more. When she get to a point where she don't like you no more, she's going to antagonize you to get a reaction. And one of the reactions that she wants somebody to put their hands on her so she can pick the phone up, call the police, and press charge. Because she got a lot of people locked up, but she ain't going to get this one. So I know how she do. That's my sister. I pretty much know what she do. So you ain't going to get me. You might got them other guys, but you won't get me. That's what I'm saying. I walked away, even though I did not want to, and I still don't want to, but I have to have in the front of my mind what I'm going to lose. And I refuse to lose my children, because obviously if you go to jail, you don't have a care plan to back up your children, DSS get involved. And even if you do have a care plan, DSS gets involved and make sure that you have the care plan. So I have to think about my kids. I have to think about my career, how far I've come. Like, those petty people, their life is miserable. So you best to believe they're going to do everything in their power to make the next person's life miserable. And if you know how spiders, they weave webs, and they weave webs for their what they're trying to catch. So if you fall victim to getting caught up in their web, now sometimes the prey can work its way out and get out the web. That's what you got to do. It's not worth it. You have to learn how to get out of people's web, because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. I'm sorry, guys. But like I said, you got to learn how to work your way out the trap, because it's nothing but a trap. And sometimes when you go through stuff and things become so heated and emotional, you're not thinking. And because you're not thinking, you think with emotions, or you make a decision off emotions. And most of the time, the emotions is going to be anger. It's either going to be anger, it's going to be disbelief. Like, I can't believe this person would do that. And you have to learn to conquer it and replace it with joy. You got to learn to replace it with victory, with conquering. You got to conquer it. Because like I said, usually if anybody get in your face, most people's first reaction is to either strike them, run, or just do something to where, it's just, why did I do that? Now, I wouldn't recommend running, because you're never supposed to run from nobody. You're not supposed to be scared, but you can walk away. Just say, you know what, you're not even worth it, and walk away, because it takes two to argue. It takes two people. That's another thing too. You got to be the bigger person. and walk away. And a lot of people can have a hard time with this too. Like, say somebody, a lot of times you deal with this a lot in spousal relationships. Like, you know, you could say like, me and my husband or me and my wife, we always argue. Well, are you arguing back with the person? Because it takes two to argue. So if you know he or she is about to start an argument, and then you already know how this person is, are you going to argue back? Because a lot of times, if you're not giving words back or you're not arguing at all, eventually the argument is going to die down because she has nothing to argue with. It's like she arguing with thin air. So you have to learn to pick your battles. You really have to learn what can you win, what can you not win, how should you go about the situation. Because a lot of times things will test you, and a lot of times that's all it is a test. And you don't want to fail the test by doing something stupid that's going to get you 10 years in prison, or for people that's really gangsterous or thuggish and you kill somebody and then you get in life in prison. Or now, like even at that, she got kids. So even though she makes me sick to my stomach, I care about my nieces and nephews to where I wouldn't even want to hurt their mother because they still need their mother at the end of the day. So, you really have to choose and pick your battles. And sometimes things happen to make something better happen. So hold on, guys. But like I was saying, a lot of times things happen to make better things happen. So a lot of times when you're going through something and you just going through so much to where you just want to just hurt everybody, like, F you, forget you, get out my face. If you don't, like, you just fighting. Every time you turn around, you in a fight or you in a verbal argument. Like, it's always something going on to where it's threatening to mess up everything that you done worked hard for. So just remember this. When you're going through so much, and when I say so much, I need to put emphasis on so much. It's always something of a blessing, a huge blessing that's at the end. And this happens to me all the time. Every time I go through so much to where I feel like I'm about to break, or I feel like I just can't go any further, towards the end of everything, when I make it through, I'll be like, oh man, this is what I had to go through this for to get this blessing. And there's a saying to where when this door closed, it's closing so that it can open this next door. So some doors have to close, but in the process of it closing, it might not feel good, when these doors start closing. It's like a transition to close this door. So when you get through that door, you about to go to this new door that's about to open up. So don't mess up your opportunities that is to come, because opportunities come and go. You just have to learn to grab them, because sometimes an opportunity can be knocking on your door and you don't realize it because you so stuck in anger, you so stuck in not forgiving somebody, you so just stuck in just, like I said, disbelief, or you so stuck on this person stealing your joy that you don't answer the door to the blessing that's trying to come in. That's why I say you have to open yourself up to good spirits. You have to open yourself up to blessings, because you can be so closed up that you blocking what belongs to you. Because if you manage to make it through the hardship, and you manage to make it through, not putting your hands on somebody, or you manage to make it through being a bigger person and walking away, then you got to know you're going to be blessed for that, because that's not easy. And like I always say, anything easy or worth having, you got to work for it. So you worked for that blessing. So when the blessing comes, learn to accept that, yes, I deserve this. I do. I really been going through a lot. People been trying me at work. People been trying me in my household. Shoot, people been trying me at school. People just been trying me when I walk down the street. Like, police been trying me, but I conquered it. I didn't give in. I didn't give in to the devil. I'm still here. They didn't put their hands on me. I didn't put my hands on them. I'm still free. I didn't lose my job. Like, I'm good. So we're going to end this on a good note to where you already know time is of the essence. So let's make better time of it, because let's love each other, not judge each other, because I never judge y'all. And y'all know I love y'all. I got to do the dances. So I got a bigger blue screen too, but I haven't had the chance to set it up. And I still got stuff that I need to do today. But I say, a whole day is too long to not talk to the people that I care about here on YouTube. So I said, let me sit down and get this video out the way, because I have so many topics that I want to talk about, to where, like I said, my channel can keep going and going. But you know, I've been tired dealing with these issues in my life, and then dealing with trying to work and do this. So every now and then, you know, like I told y'all before, I don't be wanting to make my channel depressing. So when I start feeling a little bit down, you know, I kind of refrain from putting that negative energy on my channel, so I won't make a video. So if y'all ever see to where I might skip a day or so, or maybe a couple days, it's just because I'm trying to rebuild my positive energy, so that when I get on the camera, I'm not sitting here looking all depressed and giving my depression to y'all, because that's never what I'm trying to do. I want to inspire. I want to make people laugh. I want to make you smile. I don't want to make you depressed. So, you know, I try to explain every step of the way so y'all can understand how I do and why I do certain things on this channel. So, all right, guys, remember, be the bigger person. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You got too much to lose. So, all right, guys, I love you guys. Until next time, y'all have a lovely day. Y'all drive safe. No getting in fights. No cussing people out. No arguing. Let's love each other, not judge each other. So, deuces to all my beautiful people. I love y'all. Love you so much.